Stefan. Thank you for accepting this interview. It is quite an interesting moment for IWC. And I will jump directly in the topic because these days the big buzz is about cosmos and universe.
It is, yeah.
And it's very, very interesting what is going on. But let's reveal all this project with the Space Watch, which is a dedicated Space Watch. Mm-hmm. Tell us the key ingredients of this project.
The key ingredients. I mean, yeah, first of all, we really wanted to have a watch which is built for space. Up to now, I think watches in space, also the watches from IWC, which have been in space, were terrestrial watches which went up to space. So we started to think about what is really necessary for the space. For the space environment, what is helpful for the astronaut, etc. And for example, it's not by mistake in GMT. So for the astronauts, it's very important to have on one hand their local time where they have on the Earth, for example, but on the other side they need a 24-hour rhythm. I mean, on the ISS they experience 16 times sunrise and sundown, so they need to know when to get up, when to sleep, when to work, etc. All these kind of things. So they need these 2 time zones, for example. So very simple input, but that, for example, one of the things.
How is possible to make it mechanical? Because in quartz could be the logical choice. There is another brand who did it even for Artemis as a quartz. But mechanical is definitely, at least in theory, more complicated.
Indeed it is, but I mean, on the other side, you're depending on a battery, you're depending on the electronic and so on. It's for me. I always do the analogy to the divers' watches, for example. The divers all have an electronic dive computer with them, but on the other wrist, usually they have a mechanical watch. So if the one is failing, the mechanical is still there, and they can rely on that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's a bit of similarity, like in the harsh environment of the space.
Tell me, what does it mean, this cooperation with VAST? That's something new, at least in many of our countries. Mm-hmm. And what does it mean? Who is VAST?
Who is VAST? VAST is building the Haven 1 called Space Station, and VAST is aiming to do want to do the successor of the ISS. So they try to manage that, and from VAST we could learn quite a lot. What is necessary. VAST was testing the watches, by the way. That was also very interesting, and they gave some inputs where we had to look at. I mean, we have chosen ceratanium and ceramics for this watch because it's very resistant to everything. It's not outgassing. That's a huge topic we learned from VAST, for example. It's very resistant to temperature fluctuation. I mean, under pressure was a topic. For us new, I mean, of course our watches are shock tested and also we tested against vibration and so on. But it was very interesting to see what they do with it, simulating the start with a completely different set of vibrations, for example. All these kind of things we learn from VAST, and VAST is a space company who's building the next ISS, hopefully.
This watch is also able to go extravehicular activities in deep space, or no? Not yet.
I mean, not yet. Not to be clear, it's the first watch. It's a kind of concept watch, a first try. The certification is not for extravehicular
activities.
Exactly. it's not yet, but we're working on that. It's a first step.
You know, if you don't want to ask, don't ask. But I will not be a journalist if I will not ask you. We all know that IWC made a fantastic operation for two excursion in the sky with the today NASA administrator. It's a fact. So, to me, as a big fan of space conquest, I was surprised that IWC was not there. Omega is always there, you know that.
Yeah.
But it is another brand to be there, which coincidentally has a connection with the IWC in the past. So it's a kind of triangle.
Yeah.
So what is going on?
Yeah, at the moment, as you said, it's a bit of a race, I think. Yeah. So of course, the others also have good ideas, and I cannot comment on what the others are doing. I think we want to do our own way, and as I mentioned, we try. I think to learn a lot from VAST, what to do, and really to build, the next watch built for space and not just sent up to space.
One other question is regarding the new Lumen.
Yeah.
What is going on? I mean, you want to make like
you mean the Seralum?
Seralum, sorry.
Yeah, Seralum.
Seralum. It's looking like something from I don't know, Avatar, movies.
Yeah. No, we are ceramic experts. I mean, we have a long history in ceramics. Over the past years, we brought a lot of colors in ceramics. We have patents for also not just zircon oxide, which is standard ceramics, but we have also bauxite, silicon nitride, for example. So we have quite some experience in ceramics. We did also ceramic matrix composite and so on. And to mix ceramic and superluminova was an idea from an apprentice of IWC. And we found this idea very inspiring, very cool. And so we tried it. We brought a concept watch 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we had 2 years to find solutions to make it really a serial production, because it was quite hard to mix this both. You have two different powders to mix with a different grain size, and we really had to find a solution, a process to bring these both powders together in a really homogeneous way. Otherwise, it will break, or it will. You will not have the same effect.
But what is the secret ingredients inside, if you can tell?
The ingredients is very simple. It's zircon oxide and superluminova. So what is the difficulty is really the process to bring these both together, to work together, to be homogeneous. Because as soon as you have some, inhomogeneities, then you will have breakage and you will have problems. You will have in the sintering process already there. You will have problems to get a good case out of it. And therefore, we have this so-called ball milling process. What was developed for this to bring just these balls together and have a homogeneous powder, and then the rest is. It's not simple, but it's a standard process, I would say.
Okay.
So you really have to find here the solution.
One other question is about engineer. Mm-hmm. We all knew that last year was a big noise, a big movie, engineer, the big Brad Pitt was having one. So following the tradition of IWC, we thought that that's it. Suddenly, this year is a celebration of the engineer. What happened? You want to keep it for some years?
But the engineer is a very, 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 it's one of the iconics of IWC,
sure.
And of course we continue on following. And by the way, have you seen the nice green full ceramic version now we brought? Also, nice engineer. piece. So yeah, of course, engineer is very successful, and of course we continue and we will try to bring every year something special.
There is any other novelty of this year? I forgot to ask you.
Maybe the Pro Set.
Yeah, exactly.
Pro set.
Sorry, please.
The Pro Set. What to say? I mean, we have also a long heritage and a history in Papter calendars, coming from '85 with Kurt Klaus' invention. And it's fully synchronized, only set by the crown. The only, I would not say mistake, disadvantage of this watch was you could not backward correct it. And this was something, we always thought about, and we got some feedback sometimes, and sometimes watches came back because people set it too much in advance and so on. And so we really wanted to solve this topic. Mm-hmm. And so in 2016 we started a project. Firstly, to find solutions based on Kurt Klaus' mechanism, the lever-based Papter calendar. As this was, after a few years, we really didn't found a solution which was reliable and sustainable. And at a certain point, we had to take really the hard decision to go away from the original Kurt Klaus calendar, the lever-based calendar, to a complete gear-based calendar. So we restarted the project in 21, and now it's there.
5 years.
5 years, and we have the Pro Set calendar.
Bless
Sorry,
you. Bless you.
Sorry.
Good. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Dan.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
And
it's always a pleasure to talk with you.
Hope to see you soon in another event.
Yeah, that would be really
in Temporis International Awards. Take it as an invitation.
Thank you very much.
Personal invitation.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Thank you.
Yes.
Just to stop it. Yeah. Yes, it's working.